Anthony Hartwig here with winning head coach Nick Blanch. Poland gets the win over Girard tonight. Coach, in the first half, Girard was really pushing you hard. It was 6 points at halftime. But you guys won the third quarter by 10 and then ran away with this game. What were some of the adjustments you made in the locker room and some of the things that you saw from your team tonight?
It came down to confidence, in my opinion. Last week was a tough week for us. The Struthers game hit a little adversity, and I just felt that we weren't our sharpest. And I thought that was a turning point for our season. And then, of course, losing Monday's game to the weather and not being able to play, we had to sit on that sour feeling, that negative feeling for another few days. So I was very interested to see how we came out. And tonight was senior night, so again, everything's on balloons and, celebrations and things of that sort. So how are we going to be able to wheel it back in and focus on the main point of the night? And I thought we did a really good job of that. But our kids play extremely hard. And my big thing was just keep believing in yourself. I've never gotten upset with a kid for taking a shot that was in their range or they should have taken it, or trying to be aggressive defensively. Like, the effort I love. But when they get down on themselves, that's hard for me to watch. And that's basically some of the things that we talked about. Like, you're trying to make the right decision. You're playing as hard as you can. There's nothing wrong with that. Go on to the next play and let's make something happen. And I thought as the game went on, we did a really nice job of that, and we just kept fighting, but our shots just weren't falling at times, and we got good looks. But that's part of the game, and you got to keep fighting, and our kids just did a nice job of not getting discouraged, and they did a great job battling for 4 quarters.
Obviously, Girard's a hard team that's going to fight hard, fought you all night. But do you think the first half was also a little bit of culmination of maybe doing a little bit too much, or trying to do too much after the loss and trying to kind of bounce back from that a little bit too hard, the turnovers and things like that?
It could have been. I tried to stay level about it. I wanted the seniors to enjoy their night as well. But in our conference, there's not a lot of teams, in my opinion. Maybe some don't have great records, but they fight. They've got coaches that are pushing them to do the right thing. And like I said, I don't expect anybody to roll over and play dead for us. The first time we played them, they didn't have Triplet, and that's a huge spark for them, and I'm sure she did really well. I haven't looked at the stats or anything yet, but adds a whole nother dimension to their team. So in fairness to them, she wasn't there for several games in the beginning part of the season. One of them was against us. So having to adjust to her, and then obviously they're well coached and they're going to do good things, and I'm telling you that they're going to be a team to reckon with in the postseason as well. So we did a really nice job hanging in there, and maybe we were trying to press a little bit too much in the first half, mentally trying to fix everything at once. It could be. I don't know. That's a question that I'd have to have with them. But nonetheless, they tried hard and they tried to make the right things happen. So I'm very proud of them and thankful for that.
In the first half, you had some big contributions from your bench, especially from Ava Nicoludis. Came out and got 10 points off the bench for you tonight. What was it about tonight that you kind of felt confident and we don't see her too often in the varsity level, but tonight you put her in the first quarter and she came in right off the bench, made a 3 almost as soon as she got in the game. What did you see from her, and as a coach of her, it obviously puts in the time behind the scenes, what did that mean to you that she got that moment and she was able to have the night that she was able to have?
Well, first of all, I have the utmost respect for Ava Nicoludis. She's been very patient. She's a kid who is a good basketball player, and she's one of our bench players that come off the bench and probably could start at other schools in the area. She does a really nice job. She understands the game. She backs down to nobody. Defensively, she'll go up against anybody. Offensively, she'll attack the hoop or she'll bury the 3. But she's had to be patient waiting for her turn. And I have all the confidence in the world when she goes on the floor to do the right thing. And tonight was just her night. She's gone in there and done other good things for us. It's just maybe she didn't have as many points. But tonight, when she went in there watching her hit the 3s, then attack and do the floaters and make those shots, I have no doubt in my mind that she can do that. But again, we have no superstars on this team. So it's just who's up next. Like, you pass to her, and she's making a few, and she's making a few. And then we probably had tonight, if I were to guess, probably 9, 10, maybe 11 kids in the scoring column, 3 or 4 kids in double digits. That's how widespread we are, how diverse we are. And tonight was just Ava's night to be that shining star off the bench. But again, I'm not surprised in the least. She works hard. She never gives us a problem. She comes here every single day with a great attitude. And like I said, somewhere else, she may have starting role, she may have way more minutes, but I doubt she would have the team atmosphere and the success that we have here. And I think that she really appreciates that and understands that, and that's what makes us special here. We have selfless kids that want to be here for the greater good of the program, and she leads by example. I'm very proud of her.
It was senior night tonight. I know we've talked a lot about your seniors in the many post-game interviews and coaches' corners that we've done. Take a minute to reflect on this night and on what these seniors meant to you this year and what they've meant to you for the last 4 years in this program.
It's been tremendous. I mean, from where we started with these kids this year, they're in a much bigger role this year. Like we look at them as those are our leaders, and that's a huge role for those kids in this sport. I mean, maybe some other sports come more natural to some of them. I don't know, but all I do know is from where we started to where we're at now, those kids are night and day leaders, and they are doing so many different things to make this team a positive, have a lot of success, have a positive atmosphere. And you look at their careers here, they've had 3 years in this program, and they've been in the district championship all 3 years, 2 of which were trips to the regionals already. They've had 3 conference championships, 3 sectional championships. To say that they've had success is a huge understatement, and they've been a part of all of that, and now it's their turn to lead the pack and hopefully get some titles under the year 2022, and hopefully we do that, but I can't say enough good things about those kids. We've been lucky to have them, and I'm going to greatly miss them when they are gone here. Hopefully we can make it another few weeks here and keep them in a uniform as long as we can, but it's been a special group. They've had a successful career all the way up from their youth leagues all the way up to us, so I'm not surprised at the success they've had. But again, I don't know off the top of my head, but I'd be willing to bet they're over about 85, 90 wins in their career, which again, how many kids get to experience a team like that in just 4 years? And they've been contributors over the years, I mean, it isn't like they've sat the bench and waited till their senior year to play. So big part of it, and they've set a great example for these kids that are coming up underneath their wings. Very proud of them.
Coach, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on the win. We'll see you back here on Wednesday for your next home game against South Range.
Thank you for the coverage.